So my name is Martina Donnellan and I'm the principal here in Fingal Community College in Swords, which is a school belonging to DDLETB. We had an MLL back in 2018, and even though we were obviously observing all the results of students and watching them and encouraging them in terms of motivation and setting targets, it was one of the things that they had said that maybe we would look at a more formalised form of academic tracking. We were all looking at, what are the really important things in terms of keeping students on task, keeping them on target, encouraging them, instilling that confidence in them, and it kind of got slightly pushed to the side, but I was passionate about it. I thought it was a fantastic model, and I really felt that I had to approach it a different way. So I picked a team of people and I scaled it back, and I just worked with the team of people who were basically year heads, somebody who was interested in it, and with that person we then have, if you want to say, increased its exposure throughout the staff. Because the word on the street, the word on the ground in the school is that it is a fantastic tool, and staff, I suppose, have moved away from feeling that it's an extra thing that they have to do, to seeing the value of having it as a tool where you can at a glance see how a student is progressing. I think that's why having an academic tracking programme from first year, that's a culture in the school, that they utilise themselves by the whole time they get to sixth year. When we brought in Athena Tracking initially, it was solely for our sixth years. So it was to complement our mentoring programme at senior cycle, where they were setting targets. We've brought that down now, so we're bringing it up through first year. We're getting teachers to use it at parent-teacher meetings. So it is about understanding the data that's in there, and it's about understanding the conversation that has been had with other departments, and it's been about being aware of the needs of the student. So tracking, I think, is a hugely valuable asset, and the Athena programme is aiding us doing this tracking. It's the visuals are very, very good on it. The information in terms of storing information and the data that you can see, but data is only as rich as what you use out of it. It's data is data. It's what you use the data for is the important part. So by progressing it, using it at a parent-teacher meeting, for example, Athena can be opened, it can be shown to the parent, so you have another element of something that can complement the conversation that you're having with the parent as to the potential that the student has. And maybe there's an obstacle that we can put in, we can move to help that student progress to their potential. And it's about telling the story of the value of it to the young person, and for their parents to understand this is us helping your young person to see their potential to be better than they are performing at present. Beforehand, I was only going into VSware to look at having a conversation with them. It depends on what the student comes in. Sometimes they just come in for a chat about something, and I'd say, how are you getting on? And we'd have a chat about things. Whereas now I can say, well, let's go into Athena, and I can have that conversation where I can see their academic performance. Okay, so it complements the information that is in VS, where you can use them side by side. And it's also to identify the kids sometimes that slip through the net that we think are very, very quiet and they don't cause us any trouble. And sometimes you take your eye off the ball with those students because they just need somebody to give them a little bit of encouragement and motivation. It's getting that holistic opportunity to create opportunities for students to have conversations with an adult, be that their class teacher, their year head, the guidance counsellor, maybe somebody in learning support, that shows them that the reason that they didn't do well in the test may be something that's very easy for us to fix. It may, and by looking at the tracking, it helps us say to them, no, look, you have potential. You just probably had a blip. You haven't been working hard over the last few weeks. Is there something that's happening? Is it because you didn't understand something? It's the conversation that comes out of the why, as to why is your performance dipping. That's the really important, rich piece that tracking will do. It allows you to set the targets, have the conversation with the students, and have a conversation with the team of teachers within the school.